So in Sondheim's Into the Woods, probably one of his more accessible musicals, which is all about classic fairy tales. And then the second act is, okay, the characters have all gotten what they wanted, that they thought they wanted. And they find out, all of this stuff of life, this, kind of unquenchable thirst for something more, this or that, it hasn't gone away, right? And I'm still here dealing with my humanness. And he talks a lot about wishes and getting wishes and be careful of the wish you make, because wishes are children, and just like children, they can go off and they take on a life of their own. And that you have to essentially be worthy of your discontents, which I think of as, analogous to this Vedic idea that your desires, they're a cosmic itch. They are the thing that produces the steam energy or the friction to get up and do what you need to do in life. And yet, we can oftentimes, regardless of our backgrounds, there's some romantic wish in life. I don't mean romantic in love, I mean like idealization of if I get this, or if I experience that, or if I reconcile with this person, everything else will fall into place. And it's so easy to do that because it segregates and also projects onto something else outside of our own control, this ideal that could come. But I think it's been said to me on many occasions that we are the meaning makers. I think that comes from Jung, actually. And to a certain extent, you can get the thing that you went into the woods searching for and that made it worth the journeying. But yet it's actually not just the journey, but it's everything that you do after. It's how you talk about the journey. It's how you recapitulate it. It's the next journey that you embark upon at the conclusion of that, because every ending is but a beginning. That's actually what determines the quality of how you experience all the past, as well as the present, as well as the future. And this is very clear to me in my life because while I didn't necessarily idealize meeting my biological mother as an adopted child, it was something that I actually always thought about with some reservation, because I knew that she could reject me again, or maybe I would never find her. And you don't want to put all your hopes and dreams on something that could potentially not happen. But still, there was obviously a lot of feeling there. When it did come to pass that I was given the opportunity in my early 30s, or I think I was exactly 30, to meet her, and I did, and I met her the day before she died. So many people hear that story and they're like, oh, do you feel complete now? Did it change your life? I've met other adoptees who are very hopeful about finding their biological parents and feel, that it will answer so many questions for them. And they may not say those words. Sometimes they do. But that's generally the underlying tenor of those conversations. I've even talked to one woman who was preparing to meet her birth mother, and she was like, and I want to get this from her. And it's like, you can never control anything in life. Life is beyond us. We can't even control our own, full experience, because we are but nature, and nature is, living out through us. But, you can go in with an idea of what you want to give and what you want to share. That's about it. That's with any conversation, any circumstance. But really meeting her was just like the beginning of what does that mean to me. That 2 hours I had with her was beautiful, and I appreciate it, and I'm deeply grateful for it because of what I was also to share, what I could also share from my adoptive parents, their gratitude and this and that. But it didn't complete me. It certainly didn't make that ache of feeling abandoned by her, this or that, just existentially go immediately away. It's something I continue to work on and to alchemize and to also cherish, because it has been one of the greatest grist in the mill of my own development. But so, it's just to say, whether you meditate or not, whether you practice art or not, we all can romanticize things and think, if only I get this, or when I get this. But it's all now, right? In the cosmic perspective, or the Vedic perspective, all time is happening now. Past, present, and future are embedded in this eternal moment. And so stop waiting for life or waiting for the dream. Maybe it'll come, and maybe it will have a profound impact on you. Maybe you will have an epiphany, or you will see yourself reflected back, or you'll get that forgiveness which you always hungered for. So this is not to dismiss the fact that certain things can be very important and pivotal in a life, but it is to say that sometimes the most remarkable shifts, insights can happen sitting on a park bench where it doesn't seem like anything's happening, because ultimately it's an inside job and we are the meaning makers, and we don't need that external validation, confirmation, or experience to evolve.